All right, so you want to get stronger in solo leveling, and that is what we are going to be talking about in this video. We've got a lot of stuff to discuss for both Jinwoo and Hunter. So this is going to be about increasing battle power and just in general, what's going to give you just what's going to make you stronger, right? So we're going to mention literally everything so far. I am now level, oh, I don't mean to quit. We are now level 37 with Jinwoo, and I'm pretty much almost done story, right? I think in 2 more days, 2 or 3 more days, probably. Nah. It's actually, it might take like 4 or 5. I'm lying. But we are on chapter 11, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I think I've pretty much unlocked almost everything besides one game mode, which is going to be much later. And, we're going to be able to go through a lot of stuff. So anything that I don't have unlocked, for example, if we go to Hunters, this thing right here, well, we could actually consult their forum or their like website. So you could click this question mark at any time, and then it's going to open up in your browser if you're on PC, and it's going to talk about whatever you wanted it to talk about. So, there you go for that. So let's get started. So we're gonna start with Jinwoo, okay? So there's a lot of things we're gonna have to actually go through. So let's kind of get into this. Now, if there's something that both Hunters and Jinwoo have in common, I'm just gonna kind of repeat it a bit, but a bit quicker for the Hunters part since I'm going through Jinwoo first. So obviously, job changes give you just extra stats for the stat points, all of that good stuff. Give you blessings, which we're going to be able to start equipping soon. Well, soon, level 50. It's still in a little bit, but level 50, I mean, yeah, it might take a little bit actually, but we'll probably get it. I wonder if it's achievable in the first week. Considering we're on day 4, I'm at 37. I think the first week it might be possible. So, obviously, leveling up your weapons is the first thing to do, and using the highest grade weapons for sure. Now, if you don't have any SSRs, that's fine. Over time, there will be some SSRs for you to get. For example, if you go to challenges on, I think it's chapter 9 and chapter 12 will be giving you an SSR scythe, so you're going to be able to get it duped out at least once. Now, one big thing is that duping out weapons of lower rarities, if you just want outright stats, is not a bad idea because, for example, on my Minbyung-gu, I have it duped out 10 times. So yes, these weapons you're able to dupe out a total of 10 times. It is a lot, but I just kind of wanted to mention it that you are able to do something like that if you so desire, right? Now, obviously we talked about it, but stats. So you're able to assign stat points, and I went more in depth into it later, talking about the exact like how much you get in general. But for this, usually you want to stick more towards strength and perception, and then I would say agility and vitality are around the same. Depending on if you're dying too much, maybe you want to put more vitality. But that's why I would say getting Byung-gu is just going to be so good because he really does help you. Him and Seo Ji-woo are going to be very good for stuff like that. But definitely get to make sure every time you get stats, you put it into strength, perception, and then either vitality or agility. I feel that intelligence is just not really that crazy. The MP that you get isn't always needed, and I've not found myself to really run out of MP. But once I do, I mean, obviously at that point, then you could either reset it or just wait till you're leveled up more, and then you're going to be able to get it. So, there is that. Now, next up, skills. So we got skills, and I mean, you just want to be able to choose different ones. You want to choose the best ones. So the ones that I have are death stance, and you want to try and have one, at least one that breaks. So always make sure that there's the break thing here, because if it doesn't break, usually it's not really the best in a lot of cases. But for example, Commander's Touch is amazing for AoE because it sucks everyone into it, does pretty good damage, and allows you to put either the airborne or knockdown QTE. So you could see the where is it? The QTEs right here. So we got 3 different ones, so that is something kind of important. Now next up, you do see a rune on this, and runes are very important. You're gonna get some in a bit of different ways from a lot of different things and missions. You're gonna get these pieces to actually go to fuse here and then craft runes. So if you go simple fusion, right, or fuse, doesn't really matter, you're actually going to be crafting runes, and from this it's going to upgrade certain skills that you have with levels, and also maybe changing their passives. So that's going to be the different ways that you're actually able to do it. For example, now it's going to be dark, and on this one it became wind, and instead of, if we don't have it, you could only use it one time if I remember correctly, but with this, well, you could use it 3 times, right? So it does a lot of different things. So runes are very important. Make sure that you craft all your runes, and you're going to see a lot of the times in your inventory you will have some things to claim for that. I don't know how exactly it looks because I don't really have it anywhere, but maybe it could be, is it in bonus? I think it's in bonus. I think I'll be able to show it to you in bonus. So if we go here, you're gonna be able to see it. Are you? No. Anyway, it's gonna give you this, the rune fragments, and then you're gonna be able to create some runes for Jinwoo. All right. So next up, pretty obvious, leveling up skills. So don't do me. We got a new ultimate. So just probably wait until you get the new ultimate because the new ultimate is way better. Just looking at level 4, it's almost an extra 1000%, and it looks sick. So make sure you do the mutilate one, and you're able to equip the skills here. Remember, so yeah, there is that. So leveling up all your skills will also increase your power. But I just make sure like maybe wait a bit at least to level up your skills unless you're really struggling, maybe on Kanktai Shik or Igris, then you might want to level up your skills, and that would be fine. But leveling up your skills will actually increase it quite a lot. Like if we check it out, just like 2 levels is giving 300%, and this is going to go up to 4600, which, oh, sorry, my bad, I was on the wrong one again. So it's going to go up to 5800, and it's going to take a lot of these items, but you can get them in some different ways. So let's talk about a couple different ways, I guess. First of all, you are going to be able to get some in gates, not all gates, but you could see, I don't know if I could find any that really have some, but we could rescan, because why not, just to maybe see if we get lucky, maybe a red gate, I don't know, but I think purple, yeah, purple, that's not for that, but it's going to be kind of hard to find, but some will give it, unless I'm misremembering. And then in shop, you should be able to get some in the exchange shop. I honestly, I've just been getting some, so it's not really something I've been paying too much attention to. But you could check for skill scrolls that you are actually able to get some, and this goes for both hunters and Jinwoo. But if you check it out, right, like it should show you. So for this player skill scroll, so yes, red gate and then weapon materials exchange. I was looking at the wrong one, but in the weapon materials exchange, when you trade in your weapons, you will see on the bottom you are able to get some. So there is that. Now, how to actually get this resource is going to be in weapons and salvage. Now, one thing I do recommend before you salvage any of your weapons is to, if it is for either Jinwoo or the Hunter, in events right now, duping out your weapons are going to give you points for things like this. So at level 30, you're going to unlock this. And you can see here, not what I meant to press, here you could see that when you dupe out a weapon, you get either 15, 75, or 225. So please dupe it out before you salvage it. Probably the best thing to do, if I'm being honest. So there is that. Leveling up your skills is important. Getting it through those two places and probably more in the future is going to be very important. But you're going to get some over time, and overall, you can't really get it past level 5 right now, or level 4. I think it's level 4, so there is that. Then, finally, for this Army of Shadows, this is just in general, but I'm going to put it here because it's from Jinwoo. You're going to get Igris, and I did get Bear today, but you have to get Traces of Shadow. So there's 4 different, like, types of items. So you've got Shades, which you're going to get from fighting in Story, if you're not at max, or in Gates, right? And then you're going to have Army level, which is going to take these purple ones to increase, which is going to increase the total power and the max army capacity, which is for the amount of shades, which is the more you have, the more times you could use it, I'm pretty sure. And then you've got, if we check on Igris for here, if we want to increase his upgrade and just like increase the total power, it's going to be these little things, right? And you could do it a lot of times, right? A total up to 16,000, where it's like an extra 700. And then to increase the rank from elite to knight, just like in solo leveling, from knight to elite, or yeah, elite to knight, then knight to elite knight, it's going to be these ones right here. So there's a use for each one of them. Shades, you're going to see, it's not an item that you could have in your inventory, but this one you have in your inventory, this one you have in your inventory, and this one you have in your inventory. Now, obviously, this is the most obvious one, I would say. It's going to be artifacts. So you have 2 sets and 4 sets, and then these two also have 2 sets and 4 sets. Now, let's talk about artifacts a bit. I'm going to make a full in-depth video if you want more information. But leveling up your artifacts, well, enhancing your artifacts, I would recommend getting most of them to 10. Oh, wow, this is a good piece. So we're going to do it right now. So yes, I would recommend getting most of them to 10. Now, on Jinwoo, like, all stats kind of work, right? But as you go, like, every 5 levels, you will increase the substats or gain new substats depending on the rarity. Now, one thing that is quite important to know, I'm going to talk about it once we're right out of here, just to show you. It does take a lot, and it's going to take a good amount of gold. So there we go. One of the things is that a higher level piece is better, even if it's lower rarity, quote unquote, if we can see here. So, okay, wait, let me try and find a better example. So we could see here that a blue level 10, level 45 is better than a purple level 30. So we could see that's 574, and this is 418, so it's a lot less. So that's basically something very important. For the same, like, if it's the same enhancement, then it will be better to have a higher level than a lower level, just something very important. Now, of course, you're going to get higher levels later on, and as you go on, it's going to continue. Now, for these, also, I mean, same thing applies. Now, just to go a bit into it, for these, for the like damage percentages, always try to relay off of either the runes. For example, I do wind damage, dark, and light damage. So you want to get for these artifacts like the rings, either one of those three in my case, right? And then try to get the two set effects if you can. Now, as for how to get the artifacts, you are able to get some from gates, from higher level gates. So like from an A rank, you can see here I could get up to purple level 50. So, you know, that is pretty good. Besides that, encore missions give the left side. Now, one thing that's very important is it's better to do a tier 3 for blue and purples, or even a tier 1, it's better to do these than to do a tier 8 of this. All right, as we just explained, the stats of a higher level is just way better, even if it's lower rarity or lower color, right? So always make sure that the minute you unlock Cerebrus and the Arachnid, that you actually do start doing these from the beginning, so you don't really miss out on any encore keys. And I think this video should come out before reset tomorrow, whenever, depending on when I'm recording this. I think you'll see it on Sunday, so it should come out before reset on Sunday. So please do not, if you unlocked these two and you're like, oh, but it's lower rarity, it's higher level, okay? So please do these, okay? Please, for the love of God, do these, even if this one's easier, because I know Fire, a lot of people might have Choi or Emma, since those are two people that like a lot of people were going for, so there is that. Now then, instance dungeons, you can only get the top two until chapter 12. So once you get to chapter 12, you will have all the 8 pieces for gear unlocked, and in this case, just do as high as you can. Good luck, right? It's honestly really annoying. I was trying to beat it right before reset tier 4, and I just got super unlucky, and it was really annoying. So I'm stuck on tier 3 for now. I mean, that's it. Always, like, if you can't go higher, then that's it. But it wouldn't hurt to try and go for tier 4. Like in my case, I'm just gonna wait because I don't really feel like doing it right now. But that's kind of just how it is for that. So artifacts do in most cases give you a lot. I don't. Does it say how much extra total power I get? No, it does not. But just trust when I say it is a lot, right? Especially with the sub bonuses. Sub bonuses are very good, but if your main stats are better, it's better to go for those main stats, right? I'm trying to build a better set, which is why I'm not going for two sets, but I will go for that in the future. Like right now, I mean, my Jinwoo's chilling. He's at 26,000 power. I'm way above the current. I easily was doing stories, so it was not really that much of a problem for me. I mean, hey, I was able to completely get the trophies here compared to before with Vigorous. It was rough. It was rough, okay? It was really rough to actually do that. So I wonder how it would do if I fought it again. That would be kind of interesting. So that's pretty much it for Jinwoo. Now let's go on to the Hunters, since we're done that. And the Hunters, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory for a lot of things. Actually, hold on. I did forget one thing. No, never mind. Let me continue. So last thing is Blessing. So let me pull it up. So you will see that here, there's different blessings that you're going to be able to unlock, and then this will obviously make you stronger much later on. So for example, this one, it says you can quickly take down enemies with a fatal blow. Your target's break gauge instantly decreases by 5% when you land a critical hit every 2 seconds. So that's going to be a very good one. So it's going to be things like that you're going to be able to get with the blessings. But that's going to be after we're done chapter 11. And I mean, what, I'm on chapter 11 now, so I'm going to have to get to level 41 to be able to really actually unlock blessings. So that's the last thing in regards to Jinwoo. The rest we already have for the most part, right? Once you finish chapter 9, you will be the Monarch of Shadows, and you're going to get this blessing. So this one is the damage you take will decrease by 20% when you have 30% or less of your max HP. And I don't think there's any other blessings. Yeah, so I don't know why they give it to us if you can't really use it, unless I'm tripping. I mean, if we go to inventory, I think we're going to see it somewhere. I have a lot of dupes of, wow, I got Ana a lot, huh? So let me try and see if we have blessings here. I don't think we do. Unfortunate. Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is. So finally, I'll leave a quick note that if you want more gear, I'm going back and forth a bit, but if you want more gear, if you go into the celebration, no, wrong shop. There's a lot of shops. I'm sorry. So if you go into the weapon, is it Monocrystal? My bad. Monocrystal. I went through all of them. So if you go to Monocrystal, you could get 2 a day of Instance and Encore. The crystals you get here are gotten through Dispatch, which over time we're going to be getting a lot more of those crystals. But I would recommend from the shop to get either the Encore mission keys or also the Instance dungeon keys if you want more gear for either or. That's for sure the best ones, I would say. I would say, like, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say that. So now that we're done, I'm sorry about that. I have my bullet points, but it was kind of going everywhere. Let's talk about Hunters, okay? So hunters have a lot of aspects, and some parts are different, but most of it is like pretty much identical. So hunters can only be leveled up to Jinwoo's total level, so that's one of the big things. Levels do give a lot. So for example, just 3 levels gave me what? How much? 560 total power and a good amount of stats. So just keep that in mind. Now, next up, dupes actually are very strong. So you will see, I don't know what the support skill level up is if I'm being really honest, but you will see that the dupe one especially is very good. So we can check out the dupes right here. So like the dupes will be very strong. There's 5 dupes total, and I mean it's going to increase the power. It's going to make them quite a lot stronger, and do a lot of good things. So like dupes are good, but for SSRs, I mean it's more over time. Now I'm just gonna say quickly, if you do want to really make Choi good, definitely get his dupe because it triples his skill 2 damage, or well his skill damage, this skill, the Rain of Flames damage, and it becomes just a super strong skill because I mean you got the alt and you've also got this basically doing double the alt damage together, and it's very very strong. Okay, so dupes will help a lot of people in this case. Now we have this, right, which I'm going to also pull up again, and this is growth upgrade for the hunters now. So let's actually look at that. And we could see here that you could do it multiple times. As with Igris, we were able to do it a total of 3 times, 5 times over. And we need these elixirs, which we saw in the shop we were just at. But this will increase total power with stamina, attack, and defense. And as I mentioned, right, if we go to the shop right now, and at least I know it is in the exchange shop for the monocrystals. Later on, it will probably be good to get these. You will actually see you can get them here. And is there any other sources? So Redgate, Celebration Coin Exchange, and Mana Crystal Exchange. So you could also get some in here, probably with the red ones. Oh no, you could just get some with this. So I'm gonna get some now before I actually forget. But you know that is actually quite good. I would say, damn, okay. So there you go. We're gonna get that at level 40 when Jinwoo's at 40. So you know that's that. And then weapons. So every SSR has its unique weapon. All 9 of these have a unique weapon. Now, Choice is given for free, as we know, from the promotion. So if we go to Special Dice, after completing it 5 times, you will get Choice Weapon. And then every time you repeat it, you get an extra 4 of these craftable things, which brings us to the crafting menu, okay? Now, in this crafting menu, when you get 100 of these, you will be able to make Choice Weapon up to a total of 10 times, because as I said in the Jinwoo section, you're able to make 10 extra dupes. Now, you're able to craft these. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple different ways that I've seen that we're able to get it. Okay, you're able to make one for each of the SSRs out right now, and it seems like it's going to stay for like Choi and Cha also in the future, but I'm going to guess that for the rate ups it's probably going to be in this menu only for when the rate up is out, so you won't be able to get the rate ups weapon after they leave, but they make it very easy to get the weapon. Now the weapon, like for example on Choi, I can't show you guys there, but for him it's very good because it gives him extra attack, and then also lowers their defense when the enemy's burned. So I mean it's very strong, plus a bunch of stats as it is an SSR weapon. So first of all, challenges, you're gonna get a total of 3 unless I miscounted. So I already got one. Chapter 8 is gonna give me another one, and I haven't seen another one. Okay, there's 3, right? That's it. So I don't know. Oh wait, it says chapter 5 out of 12. Okay, wait, is there one here? No. So yeah, that's it, right? And just a quick note, you could also, for artifacts again, you could get some more encore and also instance keys from the challenges, so it's not a bad idea. But as I said, I already got one before, which I think was on the bottom somewhere, so I got one here, but I only see 3. Okay, so you need 4 to be able to craft, as we saw before. So that's 1, 2, as we just already passed, and I'm just not seeing another one, right? Besides the 3, right? 3, and then that's it. So they give you 3. So they don't give you the full ways to complete it, but they give you 3. Now, other ways that I have found, I'm going to also check, I think, okay, yes, I do remember the other way. But in Jinwoo Growth Challenge, if you get to this, which is going to take a lot, it's going to be pretty pay to win, you will actually get a 4th one, right? So you're able to create 1. Because as we remember, I didn't really go over it much, did I? But once you get 4 of these, you will be able to do it with 8 of these wind monocrystals, which is going to be in Battlefield of Time and Weapon Material Exchange. I think I have some of these. Let me just make sure. If I go to inventory, yes, so I do have some of these. So I have 4 right now. So besides that, if we go to, actually no, we could actually just click on it to kind of show us. So if we go to source, right, Battlefield of Time, weapons, when managing weapons, which from what I'm think it means is selling SSR. So the only ways you could get more of those cards over like any time is by selling SSRs. Okay, so this is salvaging SSRs. So I am very scared to actually click on it because but if we do that, no, okay. I am too scared to do it, but from what I've heard, it's SSRs that actually, how do we relock it? It's SSRs that give you extra cards of that. But if we go to Battlefield of Time, which is a game mode you unlock after chapter 10, I believe, and you go to the shop, you can see that over time. I'm not exactly sure how we get the currency yet, but you can get 3 here. I don't know why it's so toxic. Like they give 3 from challenge, 3 from here, but it takes 4 to craft it. But anyway, you can get 3 from here, and that's, I mean, 3 extras that you're able to get, plus a bunch of other cool stuff. But you know, 3, I mean, 3 is 3, and that's gonna be able to get you some SSR weapons over time. So those are the ways that you're able to get the SSR weapon stuff as of right now. I'll probably go more into it in another video, but for that, that's basically it. Now, we're going to talk about artifacts again, but there's actually something very cool that they did. So obviously, as we know, there's 2 sets, 4 sets, and also on the right, same thing, 2 sets, 4 sets, and you could get them from Encore and Instance. In Encore, you use Hunters, and Instance, you use Jinwoo. Now, what's cool with Hunters is that they give you recommended stats, and honestly, I would recommend following them, because for the most part, they are right, okay? I don't know about crit hit damage. I would rather give defense for him, but it's okay, I guess. But you see here, like, for the most part, I mean, they're not wrong at all, right? So at least like follow the main stat, like attack, then on him you want HP, then her you want HP, so on and so forth. So that's one very cool thing that you can do, and that marble, I mean, is pretty cool for doing that, if I'm being honest. So yeah, same things, enhance your weapons, enhance your artifacts, get your 2 sets, get your 4 sets, and you'll be good. Now, for example, like someone like Jinwoo, breaking ones are not bad because of how many times she uses her skill that could actually apply break for the guard. So stuff like that is very good to know. Now, of course, once again, leveling up skills is going to be very important. Same thing as Jinwoo. Getting them as high as you can, which for now I think is 5. Yes, for now it is level 5 that you can max it out as. I got those to 5, so you know we could get the core up a bit. Oh, I have none for that. Okay, so yes, there's different types of ones you could use now. You could get it in craft, red gate, and then the celebration coin exchange. So if we go to craft, you can see that lower grade ones make higher grade ones, but honestly, it's like kind of not really worth it if we're really being honest. Now, I'll put it in this. So armory, I should have maybe put it with Jinwoo, I guess, because it's Jinwoo's weapons. But when you have Jinwoo's, it puts Jinwoo's highest weapons, the strongest. You get 3 slots and then you can buy more. So I bought this slot. And basically what this does is it adds total power. Now, what exactly it's going to add, I'm not sure. But in terms of total power, that's what it does do. And it does seem, the transfer ratio, it means that the stats, my guess of how this works is that the stats on it are transferred 20% to your team. So for example, this weapon, right? If we go to it in weapons, right? This weapon, let me relock this, by the way. Is it? Yeah. So this weapon has 1200 attack. So my guess is that 30% of it, because an SSR I'm pretty sure transfers 30%, 30% of it will transfer over to the whole party. So armory is not a bad idea. Like leveling up 3 weapons at first is probably the way to go. So you know what, we're probably gonna let's level it up a bit. Can we get it up? No. So I'm gonna also level up. Which one should we level up? Which one is duped out the most? This one. So we're gonna put this one since it's gonna give us more precision. No way am I using these. We're gonna get it just a bit up. So there we go. Now you see it did increase the total power armory, and now these are the 4 top weapons. So the 4 strongest weapons in my case will be giving us an increase of 5,000 total army total power. Now I'm pretty sure this just adds a total of 5,000 point blank. So that's just a good way to get extra power. And in total, this will allow you over time to get more battle class. And I mean, for me right now, I'm at a 78,000. We're going to get up there. You know, it's going to give a total of what, 12,000 crystals, I think. Once you get to class 41, like 40 times 300, like that's 12,300 crystals plus the 1 extra. So there you go. That's pretty much all the ways I know as of right now that we're able to increase our stuff. This is going to increase stats as we saw before for the HP attack and defense. So that is pretty good. There's really nothing else that I've seen. I've pretty much unlocked most of the stuff. But I mean, well, maybe Power of Destruction is going to have some other stuff. But we'll see in the future. I might have to update this. Obviously, it's not global launch. So when global actually comes out, well, I'll remake this video probably way more in depth. Because, I mean, 25 minutes, I could have probably gotten that to 30 or 40. We'll see for blessings. I'll make more videos. Don't worry, guys. I have a bunch of videos planned. And I think the next video is going to be using all the SSR characters, so that's going to be a fun one. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and peace.